Friends, welcome to the channel. My name is Hako. In this video, I'm gonna teach you how to play Yixuan. I've done a full in-length guide, but let this be a little bit more like chilled, laid-back, TLDR version of that guide. So, first things first. Yixuan has some resources that other characters don't. Her energy is called adrenaline. It works just like normal energy, but it is called adrenaline. Just like other characters, she uses this adrenaline to cast EX special attacks. Now she also has a second meter that fills up that's called technique points. And when you expend adrenaline, you will fill up the technique points. Now once you fill the technique bar, you will be able to cast an ultimate. Yixuan has two different ultimates, one that works off decibel, one that works off techniques. And if you're able to cast them both, you will always cast the one that costs technique points first. And after we do the technique point one, we will get one auric ink point. With the auric ink point, we can hold the dodge button after like the end of most things that Yixuan does. We can hold it after an ultimate, we can hold it after the third EX special attack to seamlessly transition into it. Or we can simply just hold the dodge button without having done anything, although that has slightly more wind up. We will then do a move called Auric Array, which is a quite hard-hitting one that triggers Vital Vision, which is the slowdown mode. So that's kind of what makes her special. Adrenaline, technique points, Auric Ink points, and two ultimates. She's also a Rupture agent, our first ever that we got them. So she works with a new stat called Sheer Force. Now all of Yixuan's attacks scale of Sheer Force. What's special with Sheer Force is that it completely ignores defenses. Mind you, it does not ignore resistances, but it does ignore defense, so pen ratio is useless on her. Because she already has like an inbuilt 100% pen ratio. And if I do this for a quick second, we can see that stats she wants HP, crit rate, crit damage, and then sheer force. Now we can't like build for sheer force per se, but she turns a percentage of her HP into sheer force, and also a percentage of her attack. But at a lesser rate, so it's always better to go for HP. And Yixuan has like an absolute wall of text on like all of her stuff, but she is pretty straightforward, honestly. We basically basic attack the enemy until they throw a punch at us, because we want them to be attacking us, because then we can do a parry. Yixuan's EX special attack, Ink Manifestation, is a parry. If we do this when the enemy flashes red or yellow and they're about to attack us, we will like parry that attack, the enemy will get staggered, we get a refund of energy, and then we can continuously press the EX special attack 2 more times. And remember that auric ink point, if we have one after having done the technique ultimate, we can hold the dodge button to seamlessly follow up with a basic attack, Auric Array. So that is basically her bread and butter. When an attack comes your way, we EX special attack, we parry that one, and then we do EX special 2 more times. She is very much a 1-3 punch character, Yixuan. And even if we miss the parry with the EX special attack, we can still press it like 2 more times, although that will cost slightly more energy since we're not getting any refunds because we parried. And if we hold the attack button, we will cast EX special attack Cloud Shaper. Now this is like a growing glowy ball that starts forming on the enemy. And once we let go, or once it finishes charging, it will become EX special attack Ashen Ink become Shadows. Now, what is neat with this attack, like, it's a good way to spend adrenaline, so we're not overcapping on adrenaline, and then instead we convert it into technique points. And what's cool about this move is that it does more damage to a stunned enemy. It does 30% more damage to a stunned enemy. And the base kit, she starts the battle with full adrenaline, so like going in and starting off with this is always a good option. And her basic like damage rotation in a stun window, for example, is doing both of the ultimates. Then after the second ultimate, we hold the dodge button, so we do the Auric Array. And after that, we pivot into Cloud Shaper, so like just holding the attack button. So we transfer our adrenaline into technique points while the enemy is stunned, because then that move deals, what was the class? 30% more damage. That is correct. And now what is really neat with Auric Array, the move that costs 1 Auric Ink point, is that after we do it, we get a big bunch of adrenaline. So mastering Yixuan is like mastering the balance between like, you know, converting her 2 resources, adrenaline into technique, and technique into adrenaline. Now, important to note, Yixuan also gets a buff after she used either one of her ultimates. She gained 40% more crit damage for 15 seconds. So depending on the encounter, if like it's a long time between the stun windows, using one of your ultimates, the technique one for example, even outside of a stun window can be good, because Yixuan is an on-field carry that like she can make good use of stun windows, but she is not super reliant on them. So like the damage outside the stun is actually like still really good. Also important to note, if Yixuan switches out like via a perfect assist, so like say that an attack is coming, then with defensive assist into Pan Yinhu, she gains 5 adrenaline. And this is also the case if we do a perfect dodge. Her best slot disc set is gonna be the Yonko Tails, which is a very good one. The stats we're looking for is the crit stats and also HP percentage. For disc number 4, crit rate or crit damage is good. Disc 5, either damage bonus or HP percentage, like depending on the substats, they're kinda equally good, so go with the one that has the best substats. Now this is a Gota disc because it has 3 levels up into HP percentage. And for disc number 6, we want HP. The 2-piece is quite flexible. You can go Branch and Blade Song, you can go Woodpecker Electro or Chaotic Metal. As for her W engines, the Xingming Birdcage is her best one, which is her signature one, but the other Rupture engines that we get into the game, with Yixuan, they're all actually really good. At max refinement, Radio Wave Journey is about 17% worse than Xingming Birdcage, and max refined Puzzle Sphere is about 22% worse than the signature one. But they're both very good engines on her, and the Puzzle Sphere is super easy accessible. We get it in the box Galaxy. Now one of her best teammates is gonna be Yufufu, but she's not gonna be in the game yet, so until she comes, her best slot teammates is Astrayao, Pan Yinhu. Trigger is surprisingly good with her. Do not sleep on Trigger. Another one that actually works insanely well is Palkra. One of my favorite like A-rank team to run with her is Yixuan, Pan Yinhu, and Palkra. Caesar is also very good. Basically anything that can like increase the amount of damage an enemy takes is like incentivized rather than like a big flat like attack buff. Although she does convert some of her attack into sheer force, but it's better to like being able to either increase the amount of damage you do or increase the amount of damage an enemy takes. And if you're looking to power your Yixuan up, going for an engine is the best thing. After that, M1 is good, M2 is amazing. Like M2 is so much goddamn fun, and it's what I have to go for it myself. Because after having unlocked it, I'm like, dude, I cannot go back to M0 after this. I've grown accustomed to a certain way of playing her, and M2 is just great. And now all of this footage, all of my impressions, all my testing are on the creative beta servers, so you know, changes are prone to happen. But if they do, I'll tell you all about it. So this is me testing the waters for like slightly more like chill approach to a guide, and see if I can teach you Yixuan while I'm having my coffee. At release, she's gonna be the strongest unit in the game, and she looks so much more complicated than she actually is. It's all about just timing your parries, and if you get a parry with the EX special, like see that full attack string combo out. We parry, then we EX special, then we EX special, and if the time is right and we have an auric ink point, we hold down the right click and we do an auric array. Don't overcap on resources, and remember to hold the attack button after you're done doing your ultimates and whatnot in a stun window to recharge the technique bar while they're stunned, because they take more damage from Cloud Shaper when they're stunned. Alright everybody, let me know what you thought about this. Do you prefer this format, or would you like to see more like, you know, more hardcore in-depth guides? Let me know down in the comments, and best of luck in your Yixuan pulls. If you still have any questions and would like me to elaborate on something, please let me know down in the comments. And until next time, Hako out.
Neon lights bounce off her curves. She's got that body that swerves and serves. In the city, she's the queen. Titties like you've never seen. She's pixel perfect, all in view. A synthwave dream she's breaking through. Electric hearts are skipping beats. She's got those titties that can't be beat. Anime titties glowing so bright, bouncing through this neon night. Pixel skies and curves that rise. All I see are titties in the skies. Hako City knows the vibe is real. Titties that make your circuits feel.